Hongshan culture as the source of Huaxia civilization. 9. The food and dining traditions. Let us analyze, what eating utensils did the Huaxia people traditionally use for Chinese people? The first answer is always the rice bowl, because rice has long been the staple food of Huaxia civilization. The second, of course, is chopsticks. In contrast, the ancient Mongols were a nomadic people. Their main food sources were cattle, sheep, and horses. They fermented horse milk into kumis, mare's milk wine, and consumed large quantities of meat. When the grasslands were depleted and water sources scarce, they would migrate to another location, which prevented them from long-term settlement or the cultivation of rice. Huaxia people lived differently. Once settled, they rooted themselves in the land for generations. If soil conditions were poor, they rotated crops. If water was scarce, they dug wells and irrigated. Thus, rice became the staple food. By contrast, ancient Mongols rarely ate rice, relying mainly on beef and mutton, often roasted or dried into jerky. Only after later periods of sinicization did some Mongols adopt rice as food. Even today, while Inner Mongolia has villages and cities, traditional pastoral areas remain. There, people eat rice and steamed buns but often soak them in milk or yogurt. They also make dairy foods such as milk skin, milk tofu, and milk tea. In ancient times, however, Mongols disliked rice. During the Song dynasty, under Genghis Khan, their diet was still dominated by meat. Mongols produced little pottery or porcelain, relying instead on ceramics supplied by the Central Plains. Items such as plates or rice bowls never existed in their early lifestyle. Instead, with their skills in metalwork, they crafted ornate silver vessels for wine and used metal knives and forks. As they ate mostly handheld meat, they did not use bowls or chopsticks. In contrast, Japan and Korea, whose civilizations were heavily influenced by China, adopted rice as their staple food and also used bowls and chopsticks. This demonstrates cultural inheritance. The dining culture of bowls and chopsticks is uniquely Huaxia, later spreading to neighboring regions and overseas Chinese communities. For example, Chinese migrants to Peru, dating back as early as the Zhou conquest of Shang, carried rice cultivation and chopstick use with them. To this day, Peruvians of Chinese descent maintain these traditions. Even if a Chinese person were exiled to Africa, they would instinctively carve chopsticks from branches to continue this practice. Therefore, when some so-called experts claim the Chinese originated from Africans, Persians, Mongols, or Tibetans, but ignore the unique bowl and chopsticks culture, one must question their reasoning. Dining culture offers a clear marker. Africans, Persians, and Tibetans have never used chopsticks, while Huaxia people have used them since at least the Xia, Shang, and Zhou dynasties. In my study of Hongshan culture, I discovered a remarkable jade artifact, a Hongshan woman figure carved from Zhuoyuan jade, holding a rice bowl in her left hand and chopsticks in her right. This prehistoric artifact is of immense value, proving that the ancestors of Hongshan were the earliest people to use bowls and chopsticks. Other Hongshan jade tableware has also been unearthed: bowls, plates, and jade wine cups. These jade vessels predate the later bronze ritual Ju cups, showing direct continuity from Hongshan to later Huaxia traditions. Crafted from Zhuoyuan jade, these artifacts demonstrate that Chinese dining customs and utensils originated from the Hongshan heartland in Liaoning. By contrast, none of these artifacts correspond to Mongolian dining traditions, past or present. Careful comparison reveals clear cultural differences. This confirms that the true Hongshan culture did not originate from Chifeng in Inner Mongolia but represents the indigenous civilization of Huaxia China.